Hey guys, it's me Ash. Today I'm going to be playing Eggs, which is an artifact-based combo deck. You're playing a lot of artifacts that sacrifice to draw cards or make mana, or sometimes even gain life or make creatures. So you basically just draw a lot of cards, make a lot of mana until you smash two cards together and your opponent dies. My point spread today is going to be 4 points for Soul Ring, 3 for Tinker, 1 on Transmute Artifact, Valerian Academy, and Crop Rotation.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm playing Izzet Tempo today, also known as Izzet No Lands. Due to the fact I'm only playing 23.5 lands. It is a tempo-based strategy that wants to get down a 1 to 2 mana creature threat, and then utilize 1 to 2 mana disruption spells like Flame Slash and Spell Pierce to keep your opponent off their feet. It is playing a full 10 points. It's 7 for Ancestral Recall, 1 for Treasure Cruise, 1 for Price of Progress, and the last one is for True Name Nemesis.
Hi, I'm Nicholas. I'm playing a bad deck today. I'm playing 4-color Super Friends. My game plan is to play Mana Rocks early, play Removal to kind of keep the pressure off, and then slam Planeswalkers, and then slam an Armageddon. I'm also playing plenty of Wraths to kind of keep the board clear as I'm progressively gaining value through Planeswalkers. My point spread is 4 for Soul Ring, 1 for Mana Vault, 1 for Balance, 1 for Mana Drain, and 2 for Mystical Tier, which is 9 points.
Hi, I'm Chad. You might know me for my green-red deck. Well, today I'm trying something new. I swapped out the red and added blue to make a Simic mid-range deck, so I get to play some of the most powerful cards in all of Magic, like Uro and Oko, and I'm trying to play a lot of threats and try to force my opponent to respond to my threats and run them over before they can. My points are going to be 4 points for Soul Ring, 1 point for Treasure Cruise, 1 point for Dig Through Time, and 1 point for True Name Nemesis.
Hello everybody, and welcome to round 1 of our 8th Paperlander tournament. I'm Chad, I'll be your commentator for today, and with me today playing our first round is going to be Ash and Matt.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Yep. I understand that there was a die roll that Ash won, and that Matt kept 7, and Ash had to go down to 5.
Yeah, my hands have no flaws.
Alright, so
why don't we go ahead and close our eyes and
close
show
your
some
eyes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to reveal my hand to the
They're
camera.
closed.
Here is Ash's Magic the Gathering card hand. There's been better, there's been worse. Not much else to say about it. Alright, Matt. Make sure and orient them so they're like, the camera can see them upright.
Sure. Alright, here we go. This hand is flawless. It's perfect. Gorgeous.
Matt, you're playing round 1 in your debut. How do you feel?
I feel great.
Good.
I don't know. I mean, this hand probably does something. The matchup's can be a little tricky, I think, but it should do fine.
You good?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay.
That's not an egg.
I'm gonna go get a Savannah,
Okay.
play an egg.
That is an egg.
So I go to 19. Oh, something I didn't say earlier. Also verbalize your life total changes.
Oh, yeah.
That'll make it helpful for me. Mossfire egg. Previously, I would have said it was the best egg, but now I've shifted my allegiances. So
Are you going for the golden egg? The pivot?
well, whatever the green blue egg of this cycle is.
Okay.
I'm just getting these.
What
for
is the
us.
Rainbow Cycle?
Those are for us to help us here. Actually,
No.
I'm gonna put these over here.
Not gonna lie, not abundantly familiar with that cycle, but they have.
We're gonna play
egg staples.
Scary Terry, and I'll send it back.
Terry, notoriously scary.
Very scary. Well, I guess he's not that scary right now, but he'll get scary. Just you wait.
I bet. I'm actually shaking in my boots.
He's quaking. All right.
I'm gonna play this plateau.
So, okay.
Huh.
The reason why Terramander is particularly scary is because it has Adapt 4, which will allow Matt to put 4++1 counters on it. Right now, that ability costs 8 mana, but every
I'll pass.
instant and sorcery Matt casts and ends up in the graveyard will make that ability cheaper.
It's like Delve. You don't lose the cards. It's great.
Yeah. And I think
We're gonna cast a Brainstorm.
Sure.
I think Matt's deck is more or less pretty focused on those instants and sorceries.
Do you know how many instants and sorceries are in your deck?
A lot. It's probably around like 38.
That's a lot.
He's playing more instants and sorceries than he is lands.
I think that's
That is very accurate.
I bet I'm playing more artifacts than you are instant sorceries.
Ooh, have you counted?
I think it's 48, not counting the ones that
we're
are
gonna play
colored.
a Vista. We're gonna fetch away these cards if you don't like. Find a mountain. Oh my god, the first card we saw. Play Soulscar Mage, and we're gonna attack for 1 with our Terramander.
I will go to 18 and you're at 19.
Yep, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to cast my friend Portable Hole.
Ooh, yeah. What do you want?
This Soul Scar Mage.
Oh,
Soulsard Mage goes away until Portable Hole leaves the
fell in
battlefield.
a hole.
And then I'm going to play a Sunbeam Spellbomb.
Yep.
And I will pass the turn.
Now, is that also considered an egg?
Yes.
Ugh.
Most of the cards in this deck are eggs. This one is not. This one just gets Collector Roof and is tutorable.
The qualification for egg is just 1 mana artifact that replaces itself.
I think it can be more than one.
Can it be more than one?
It can be more than one.
Yeah.
Like,
There are
also
lot-
0 mana cards are considered, like Mishra's Bauble.
There's a lot of good twos. For example, Golden Egg.
Golden egg.
We
Yeah,
talked
that's
about
also
this.
an egg. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Sunbeam Spellbomb is probably one of the lesser played of the Spellbomb cycle, since its other abilities just gain 5 life. But
It's definitely not amazing.
in this matchup, though,
That could be relevant.
It could be.
it could
very
be
much could
very
be.
relevant.
Okay, well, we need to find a land. Trying to start things off with an expressive iteration.
Okay, okay.
Bummer.
Matt,
Well,
is,
now we're in a pickle. See,
Matt is looking at 3 cards.
Man, you
before
should have
going
had
to-
24 and a half, huh?
should have been 24 and a half. Yeah. Okay.
He's going to put 1 into his hand, 1 into exile, and he can play that card this turn.
We're gonna be keeping this card. We're gonna say goodbye to Mental Note forever.
Goodbye for
This is gonna go on the bottom.
This card went from 15 cents to $2.50.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
What for? Oh, Popper.
probably pop.
The new Gurmag Gangler in blue. Tolarian Terror.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. We're gonna attack for 1.
Yep.
And it's back to Ash.
17.
So that turn was a little unfortunate.
Draw.
I was actually thinking that maybe Mental Note and other cantrips that put cards in my yard would be good for me, but if it was the $2.
Yeah, I mean, you have Tarmoglaive.
I'm going to cast Crop Rotation, sacrificing this Savannah.
You got it.
Alright, I was a little scared of a Force of Will there, I'm going to be honest.
Forces are very spooky.
I'm going to get an Ancient Tomb.
Okay.
I'm going to shuffle momentarily, I promise.
Yeah.
I'll take 2, go to 15, and play a Gear per Aether Grid. Probably one of my best cards in the matchup.
Yes, that's an issue.
I will pass
And
this
that does
one.
resolve because I don't have.
Gear per
Nothing
Aether Grid
there.
says tap 2 untapped artifacts you control, and it deals 1 damage to target
That would've
creature or
been nice.
player.
You got 19 to 15?
I do.
Sick.
So I think we can all kind of tell that Terramander, at this moment, is vulnerable to getting murdered by Gear per Aether Grid.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
That's one way to put it, yeah.
We're gonna attack for 1.
I will, before damage, kill it with this Gear per Aether Grid.
Unlucky.
Goodbye, Terramander. You did not have a
Alright,
chance to
well,
become
I'm
scary.
definitely in a bit of a pickle here.
But you have beautiful, what are these?
Mirage Basic, they're really
Mirage
good.
Basics.
It's like my favorite island and mountain
We
in
have
all of
Douglas,
Magic.
Douglas Schuler and John Avon.
Good old Avon. Okay, we're gonna play this infantry. Notably, doesn't die instantly to his Aether Grid, which is nice. And then we'll pass turn.
Trample and then does something.
Yeah, whenever I cast an instant or sorcery spell, I get a +1/+1 counter. Better than Prowess. It stays on there. Kind of like a Sprite Dragon, but swap out the flying for turn.
I'll pay 2 life to my Ancient Tomb, go to 13.
Nice.
Well, it's not paid
So
to.
you guys gotta have Ash do all the work for me.
I'm going to play Golden Egg.
And here I think I'm gonna do something a little weird.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna daze that, bouncing this island to get a trigger here.
Sure.
That way our infantry doesn't die to this Aether Grid off the bat.
I'll pay 1 for the days.
Alright, you got it.
Golden Egg trigger.
Yep.
So notably, I can't actually kill this infantry right now,
Good work, daze.
which was the point, obviously. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and pass the turn.
And now, here's the cool part about dazing here, is that it's like I never even missed a land drop this turn. It's great. It's great. You wouldn't even know.
Well, you for sure just top decked.
You wouldn't even know. Yeah.
For sure top decked the land.
Now I'm in the mood to kind of get some more cards going here, so we're gonna cast the Serum Visions. Trigger here. This is good.
Yes.
We're gonna draw a card, best card in the deck. That's a lie. It wasn't that great. Then we'll keep these two on
So
top.
this is pretty good.
A double top.
The double top. You love to see it. Yeah,
So
yeah.
this guy's gonna be pretty quickly
We all know what
getting
the
out
top
of
two
my.
cards are, though.
Getting out. I'm gonna have to kill.
Yeah, we're gonna get him for 3.
I will not block. I'll go to 10.
Down to 10. And then now that you've taken some damage, we're gonna cast this Light of the Sage with Spectacle.
Ooh. Let's find you a land this time.
We'll hit 2 land. I probably should have bottom 1 and 2. That's okay. And then we will pass turn.
On your end step, I'm gonna deal 2 damage to you.
Yep. I'll be going down to 17.
Untap. Draw.
I may or may not have missed that that
For the
hit with the
Vista?
infantry at first, but that's okay.
Okay.
We'll just be cool. Notably, Matt wasn't able to play those lands he got with Light Up
No,
the
no,
Stage
no, no. We'll
because
get
he used,
1 next turn. Yeah.
he used his land drop on his island that he got back with his days. This is the issue with playing as few lands as Matt is. He does have mana problems
A little
sometimes.
bit risky. But
I have notably have also missed.
you missed a couple.
The
Yeah.
Same
And
number.
how
of
many lands are
drops.
you playing though?
30.
See, the number doesn't matter, all right? You just gotta believe in drawing them, and it'll happen.
Heart of the
So
cards.
the big thing
Part
is,
of the
I am up 1 mana because of my Ancient Tomb,
Yeah.
but it's murdering me.
And obviously, I do have a lot of cantrips to help find. Like we have
Yeah, I'm not
5
sure.
cantrips already to help find these lands.
I'm not sure Ancient Tomb is the card you really want in this particular
I mean,
matchup.
I like it.
Exactly.
It's doing some damage.
Exactly.
It's doing some damage. I can get behind it.
All right. The other issue here is that this infantry is murdering Ash pretty quickly.
I'm going to
Yeah.
start by going to 8 off my Ancient Tomb
I like
and
that. Okay.
cycling this Mossfire Egg. So
Yeah,
I
so we get some mana and a card.
Yeah, red, green, and I get a card.
Okay.
Would you like your mana indicators?
No.
Okay.
We're going to be okay.
He's spending it.
We may not be going off quite just yet, but Ash does
Hopefully
have.
never for me, but we'll see.
But Ash does have a red and a green floating.
I'm going to spend that 2 mana on this Moonsilver Key. So I can pay 1, tap and sack the Moonsilver Key to search my library for an artifact with a mana ability or a basic land card, which I'm not doing.
And it goes to hand.
Yeah, it goes to hand. That is a notable thing that occurs. Why you make this so awkward for me?
This guy?
Everything. All of it.
That's all I have, though. I have nothing.
I am potentially dead on board if you have.
Yeah, we can try and find something. I don't know. It's gonna be close.
So I have to hold up this Sunbeam. So
A good draw could.
Alright, I'm just going to play the Moonsilver Key and pass the turn.
Okay. That is a draw. That is pretty solid here. Well, we're gonna start things off with getting our land drop from that Light Up the Stage.
This is just going to stay exiled forever.
Yeah, it's gonna go gone. Goodbye, Waterlily Grove.
It was nice knowing you.
Now we have a few options here. So no matter what, I don't think I'm killing Ash this turn. So you can get at least 1 more. You can put him down to 4 here. You can kind of buffer his life a little bit with these life gain effects that he's looking at. If I put him down to 4, you can go back up to 9, maybe 12. He'd be taking 2 from that tomb though. It's probably looking at like 10 life at the most is what I have to do next turn in order to kill him. Which might not be doable. We can try and work our way there. I think...
I feel like I had my eye on electrostatic infantry for.
I
this
just want to go
kind
to
of deck
combat.
before a lot of people. It's just
It's really, it's just another Sprite Dragon. It's really good.
I think I misplayed you guys.
Prowess.
No, not
Prowess.
really. Okay. We will attack for...
I definitely
4.
misplayed. No blocks.
Alright, we're going to go to damage. And I'm actually just going to pass the turn.
Okay, on your end step, I'm going to potentially die to do this, but I'm going to sacrifice this Moonsilver Key.
No death. You're fine.
Okay. So I'm pretty much dead. Like, I mean, this kind of time walks, but not really. So really, I need to be looking for a way to end the game. And luckily, my deck has a card that's pretty good at helping me do that. That this Moonsilver Key can get, which is called Krark Clan Ironworks. If you don't know what this card is, lucky you. But if you play a lot of Commander, you're probably familiar with Astronaut's Altar. This is the same card, but it's for artifacts. So it's 4 mana for an artifact, and you sack artifacts to get mana. Pretty good in a deck that likes
Definitely not bad. Was terrorizing Modern for a little bit.
You can cut if you'd like.
You're good.
Okay, so we're gonna go to me and try real hard to not die.
I'm gonna try real hard to
I
make
lied.
you die.
Still on your insta and doming you for 1.
Oh, yep. All right, going to 16.
All right, now we're doing.
A big point of damage.
Now we're doing things. So, remember that misplay I was talking about?
I do remember.
Pretty sure I'm dead because of it.
Oof.
The viewers are gonna hate me. That's for sure.
Are they?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So I have a few options, and a lot of them cause me to die. So we're just gonna go for it. I'm gonna activate this to make 2 mana.
Yeah.
You don't have priority yet, friend. I'm gonna cast this Terrarion.
You got a Terrarion.
I'm gonna cast this Chromatic Star.
You got a star.
I'm gonna play this Teleria West.
You got a Clarity West.
I'm going to pass the turn.
Interesting.
Ash had 2 life,
Really
really
game
living on the
5. I'm
danger
gonna
zone
end a
here.
turn, flash, and Snapcaster Mage.
You have a Snapcaster Mage.
Trigger, we're gonna get this Brainstorm and cast it.
Sure.
We cast this with a trigger here, going up to 5. I'm going to draw 3 of the best cards. Those are actually very nice cards. We're gonna put this back, and we will put this back, and then go to my turn.
Yep. This electrostatic infantry is seeming to be pretty good in your deck.
I'm a fan.
That trample's a big deal.
Yeah, no, I really like it. It's great. So you're at 2,
Yes.
and you have the ability to shoot Mr. Snappy and gain 5, it seems.
Yes.
So you can go up to 7. So I need to cast 2 instants and sorceries here, or we can do something a little different here. We can cast a Monastery Swift Spear,
Sure.
and then we'll go to combat.
Well, I'm dead to a spell, it seems.
Yeah. I do like me
Sure,
some
you can go to
spells.
combat.
I would like to attack with all of the best creatures.
Alright, so before
So many good ones.
blocks,
Yeah.
I would like to deal 1 damage to Snapcaster Mage with my Gear of Aether Grid.
That'll take 2 power.
Snapcaster Mage
Like
will
this.
suffer death.
Okay.
How untimely.
Also, before blocks, I would like to sacrifice my Sunbeam Spellbomb to gain 5 life.
You have 5 life.
I'm at 7.
Yeah.
I would like to go to damage.
I don't want to go to damage this yet. I kind of want to cast a spell here.
Okay.
I would like to cast this here. Is it Charm? I'll choose to draw 2 and discard 2. And I have
Okay.
some triggers here.
Yes, you sure do.
Um,
That's 5, 6, 7, 8.
yeah.
Alright, you should resolve your Izzet Charm.
These cards kind of suck. We're going to discard them.
Okay.
Not great here.
I would like to go to damage.
I love damage.
I'll go to -1.
Nice.
Game 2?
Game 2.
Okay.
Did you have a line with this? I drew Force Negation off my something.
Oh, through the Force Negation, I'm literally screwed. I mean, if you have blue card.
When I drew the Force, I had a good feeling that I had the game.
Well, so I could have just played out. If I played out Terraria on the turn prior, I can make enough mana without dumping all my eggs to transfer for Academy.
Yep.
And then start trying to go off. Or I could have just played it to set me up to be able to guaranteed cast Cart Clan Ironworks. But because I did neither of those things, I just set myself up for death.
Yeah.
It's worth noting that this is a really tricky matchup for eggs.
Well, the deck is very tricky, but especially this judging the clock is very tough.
Yeah, like you can get real explosive kills out of nowhere with Prowess Trigger, and then using the potentially even free interaction spells. Like, it'd be fully tapped out, but he has to also worry about Daze, Force Negation, Force of Will, Mental Misstep, all these things.
Mental misstep particularly good against this deck.
Yeah, the only thing that's like a little awkward for me is if I get like heavy removal draws. I'm drawing all my burn spells or whatever. That typically focus fire creatures like Flame Slash, the Spite of Mogus I had that game.
Yeah.
That can get a little tricky, and then obviously if I have a land issue.
The Spite of Mogus you got off Izzet Charm and then immediately.
Well, no, I had it for most of the game, I think.
No, you literally
no.
discarded.
Well,
the
I
two
brainstormed it back on top.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right.
Notably uncastable in this.
No, I
Do
think
you
I
have
need to
anything I
shuffle
can shoot? I just like shuffling a lot.
You can shoot Urza. You can
It's
shoot.
like you make card constructs, I imagine, with like
Yeah.
Urza Saga and
Yeah.
stuff. So
This build does not have. Emery, so you can't do that.
gotcha. Yeah.
There's not very many creatures.
Matt has the problem of too much removal, not enough targets.
Come on, deck, Matt.
Okay.
Ash has the problem of not enough removal for all of these targets.
Yeah.
He was very lucky to draw gear for Aether Grid and have it be relevant in that game.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna mulligan to a better 6, so I guess we'll stick with it.
This hand's very, very risky. Our cantrip doesn't do the best at finding things, so I think I'm gonna mulligan, seeing how these 4 cards, are completely worthless.
Are you going to check the top?
Well, of course I'll check the top. So it would have been mill 2 and then draw, and we would have been getting a land the next turn, so I'm on the draw would have been fine. But I mean, the hand didn't really do anything. I had the 2 lands, but not much to do with it.
Yeah.
So that was a great example of all removal.
All gas, no
just-
brakes.
No gas. Lots of breaks.
Yeah.
All brakes, no gas.
Removal is breaks for your opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I
I
could
like
like bounce my own creature if I had something with an ETB effect, like a Snapcaster. Could have made some use out of it. The Fading Hope would give me a scry if I bounced my Dreadhorde Arcanist. That's value, right? But there's something there.
No, that's not.
No, there's nothing there? Okay, alright, there's nothing there.
I don't think you want to give up board presence in exchange
Yeah.
for pseudo card advantage. Not gonna lie.
Not a card advantage for card filtering, I guess. I get 1 scry.
That's why I said pseudo card
Yeah.
Card
advantage.
selection.
Card selection, yeah. Not a whole lot gained from that line. Alrighty.
Alright, you go to 6.
Slightly better
You can
cantrip.
have that one.
Oh, alright. That's a good one. I like that one. Okay, this hand is looking a lot like the last one. We had this similar thing with these 3 guys. I think we do better on a 5.
Oh boy. So first Ash goes to 5, then Matt does.
Yeah. That's only fair.
I forgot, I actually got oddly close to winning for a 5.
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, the deck mulligans pretty well.
Yeah. And this matchup, I feel like I can mulligan fairly well. I mean, if I just get like some nice disruption spells in there, kind of throw off your whole game plan.
It's the removal you draw because
Yeah.
it doesn't matter anyways.
Yeah.
That's true.
So like going to 5, it doesn't really concern me here, as long as we get land, cantrip, 1 mana creature, some sort of force or kind of spell effect, and then another cantrip or something would be nice. But
All reasonable things to ask your deck to give you.
yeah, I'm only asking for 1 land there. A second land would be fine. As long as the cantrip gets me the second land or a land gets me the second land, you know? Either way, we're happy.
I guess that makes sense.
Sure it does. There's logic somewhere there, you know? Alright.
So, listeners of the podcast might recall us mentioning a friend of ours who plays an unholy
Here we go.
low number of lands.
That's me.
If it's not obvious by now, this is the friend in question.
This hand is nice. I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, well, I'm going to reveal my hand to the camera.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
All right. So I have these, and I have that and this, and then a couple more cards that do Magic the Gathering card things. So, you know, we'll do stuff. All right, Matt, how about you show the camera?
All right.
That's 5?
Right here, boom. That is a land. There's a checklist, but it is a land. I promise. Then we got our disruption. We got our cantrip. We got our guy.
Matt, you just
Flawless.
told me what land it is.
Oh, you have no idea what it is. It could be anything.
I guess-
All right, I'm ready.
Okay.
All right, he knows what it is.
You know, so
I'm playing a turn 1 anyways.
actually, no. There are 2 things that
There are 2.
I'm going to play this island and play an expedition map.
Yep.
And then I'm going to play this Zurin Orb.
Ooh, yeah.
And then I'm going to pass the turn.
Zurin Orb makes finding lethal a little tricky sometimes. All right, here it is. It's the pathway. We're going to be playing on blue, and we're going to use this blue mana I can do a couple things. We can either get our guy down or we can cast our cantrip. We can always cantrip next turn, so I'm down to get our weird guy down. Go ahead. This guy has kind of like prowess, so whenever I cast an instant or sorcery spell, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn, and then he untaps. So you can do some fun things sometimes where you can attack with it, untap and a block. I'm sure there's probably some combo deck out there that puts like a mana ability on him, and you can like kind of storm with it because you can keep like casting instants and untapping it, tapping it for mana. There's a way to do it. I don't know. I'm sure there's a combo thing with
Blister
him.
Coil weird?
Yeah.
Probably.
What's a good? Is there a good aura that taps for mana? Do you know, Chad?
An aura?
Or
Yeah, something to put on it.
That doesn't
How do
come
you-
to mind.
Okay, why don't you just play Paradise Mantle?
Yeah, we
Oh,
can do
there
that,
you
yeah.
go.
But we only get one. That's fine.
Or like Springleaf Drum.
Or like,
You have to
You have to tap it.
Is
Yeah.
there there's one that, I think there's like a elf one. Oh no, you enchant the land. I'm gonna chance the land.
I'm sure there's things. I mean, there's like a million horseshoe crab things as well.
Sure.
So I'm sure there's things for Blister Coil weird.
I'm
Just a
gonna-
little bit harder.
I'm gonna get a Savannah with my Windstep piece going to 19.
Yep. I got it. There's some equipment that turns things into changelings, right?
I'm gonna play an Ichor Wellspring.
Probably.
Yeah, so you
Oh,
turn
you
it
got
into
it.
a changeling, and
I'm
then
gonna draw
you
this.
use elves that tap other
Okay.
elves for mana.
Okay, here we go. We are going to go ahead and cast our cantrip here. Trigger on the weird, it's +1/+1. Period ain't good.
Yeah.
Never punished.
Never didn't have it.
I don't think we want this card. So we'll keep one on top, one on the bottom. We're going to draw the top card and we're going to play it. I'll be shocking into play to go to 18. And then we're going to do some combat with our weird friend and attack for 2.
No blocks.
All right, I'm at 17, and then it is your go.
Draw. Hua. Alright, Dak, you know what would be great is if you help me out a little bit more than you are.
I can give help over here too.
What?
Some cantrips would be nice.
Gotta say, Blister Coil Weird looks a little sad next
Little-
to the infantry.
Looks a little weird.
For just
Oh,
one
I think
more,
the infantry, yeah.
for just one more colored mana, you got
Infantry,
permanent.
very good. Sprite Dragon, very good. It turns out when your prowess does counters, it's an upgrade.
It's just mostly strictly bad.
Better play this Seed of the Synod.
Notably, an artifact for all them artifact synergies that Ash may or may
I
not be
do have a
playing.
couple of those.
I've never seen one yet.
I'm gonna make a blue mana,
Okay,
and then I'm going to crop rotation my Island away.
you got it.
Good Island.
Ooh, I like it.
So, notably, this deck also likes Tolarian Academy, and has several cards in its deck, like this one, for example, that are pretty much there to get a Tolarian Academy. There's other things they can do.
This Expedition map has a lot of good ones too, 'cause you can get your Tolarian Academy, or not Academy, Tolaria West.
Yeah.
If you want to transmute, you can always get Urza Saga.
Yeah, I could transmute. This could get, like you said, I could get West to go get Lion's Eye Diamond or something like that. You can cut if you would like.
Tutors that tutors that tutor
That
cards
tutors
that
more
kill your
tutors.
opponent.
Kinda, yeah. So I have 1 mana floating. I'm gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 5 mana. I'm going to play my friend Scrap Trawler,
Scrap Trawler is good.
and then my friend Crucible of Worlds.
Crucible Worlds is also
And
good.
then I'm gonna pass the turn.
I feel like I have fallen behind by just a bit. Okay.
Notably, Scrap Trawler is a creature that has power and toughness.
So there's also this interesting situation to play now where I can tap my Tolarian Academy for mana, sacrifice it to Zern Orb, and then play it as my main for turn.
That's really cool.
So I can
actually.
generate a lot of mana if I need to.
We're gonna play this Sledge Trend,
Okay.
and then I don't have a lot of great options here.
Ash, could you remind me what Scrap Trawler does?
Yeah, Scrap Trawler says whenever Scrap Trawler or another artifact I control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield or dies, I return an artifact from my graveyard to my hand that has a lesser converted mana cost or mana value.
We're going to attack for 1.
I will not block.
I'm down to have you take 1.
I will go to 16.
I'll pass turn.
I will go to my turn. I would like to draw this card, please.
Yep.
So notably, Scrap Trawler can enable a lot of different loops within Ash's deck
Yeah.
that aren't necessarily infinite loops, but can still produce a lot of value, especially with a card like Ichor Wellspring on the battlefield, which gives him card advantage coming and going.
Ichor Wellspring has some value to it.
I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. I think I will now get my mana counter.
That seems reasonable.
If that's okay. Right now I just need this one. We'll see if I need other ones in a moment. I have 6 blue mana. I'm going to spend 2 of it to sacrifice my expedition map.
That is fine.
So I'm going to search my library for a land.
We've already kind of gone over some of the things Ash could be getting here.
Yes, the one I'm actually getting we didn't mention though is a card that is called Adventure's Fair. So Adventure's Fair is a land that lets you, if you have 3 or more artifacts, you can use it to tutor artifacts. Wait, hold on, is that what I want to do? That's awkward. Hold on, that might not be what I want to do. I might be lying to you all.
Wise.
I may be speculating here, but I think Ash may have just realized that playing Inventor's Fair here would use up his land drop.
Supposed to go for the Zaren Orb and a Crucible?
Yeah, which...
That would be accurate.
His land drop suddenly becoming a whole lot more precious, as it can represent a whole lot more than just an additional land.
Right. Alright, I'm sorry. You guys have to entertain the audience for a second.
Oh. Entertain them? Oh, geez. I guess I can entertain them by fetching now.
It would give me something to do.
Okay, I mean,
Since
I don't think it really matters when I fetch. We could get out of the way now, I suppose. Ash, you cool if I fetch now?
While I have... Yeah?
Alright, I'll fetch now and get to 17.
I don't think that actually solves the problem.
So Matt, what?
Well, now I'm entertained.
So Matt, what do you think your best 1 mana threat would be?
Alright, so my favorite 1 mana threat in the deck is a card called Disrupt. Now, let me talk about Disrupt real quick.
Oh no.
So, Disrupt, right, is 1 blue for an instant. And then it counters an instant or sorcery spell, wants to pay 1, so kind of like a Daze. Then it also is a cantrip because it just draws a card.
We are getting Adventure's Fair.
Theoretically, it's like one of the best cards in all of Magic the Gathering.
We're going to play Adventure's
Counterspell
Fair
plus cantrip for 1.
and spend all my floating mana to sacrifice my Adventure's Fair.
Okay, that's a lot of floating mana.
I'm getting a Cart Clan Ironworks,
That's a card.
which we have talked about how good it is in this deck before.
Notable combo with Scrap Trawler, since Scrap Trawler can help Ash get... I should say, Cart Clan Ironworks pitches artifacts into the graveyard, and Scrap Trawler gets them back as Cart Clan Ironworks pitches them.
Yeah, so I'm going to get a Cart Clan Ironworks.
In case any of you were wondering why Ash did not block with the Scrap Trawler when Matt attacked with the Blister Coil Weird, that's why. If a Scrap Trawler just represents
important.
a ton of value.
Yeah, and then I should be at 16, you're at 17, is that right?
That's what I've
yes.
got.
You just fetched? Okay, I will pass the turn.
Ooh, okay.
Ash has used up his land drop and all the mana he had floating, so...
Yeah, and I don't really want to attack because Matt representing 3 mana shows, Matt having 3 mana represents a lot of flash blockers that I just don't want to risk running into.
Or a spell, because I don't have them block.
That, too.
Yeah, we've already seen Snapcaster
Okay,
Mage.
So pretty much most of Matt's deck kills my Scrap Trawler right now.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure I need to do something.
We're still hanging out on Ash's end step, it seems.
Yeah.
Because Matt...
We're going to be
Just
tapping
like-
these 2 for sure. We're going to be telling you this. I could just cast it as a 3-1. I could bounce something. Bouncing something, admittedly, isn't that great with Academy. You can kind of just replay it pretty much instantly. But it could slow them down enough.
You
where
can
it
bounce
makes it
Maker
worthwhile. I could, and I'm actually
You could bounce
considering it a
Zaren
lot.
Bounce the Zaren Orb, that's pretty good. That's 3 life off the table. Sorry, 6 life off the table.
That is true.
You don't want that life on the
So
table,
this card
do you?
here kind of makes things a little interesting with what I bounce. It's an option I could go for, but it's kind of irrelevant because of the Scrap Trawler. So I draw a removal spell for the Scrap Trawler, then it could be good. So I guess I could just try and high roll and just go for it. Which might not be that bad. He's going to be working with 4 mana off his tap instantly to play KCI, and he can start sacrificing things. I think I'm down to go for that, actually. We're going to Petty Theft the Wellspring.
Wait, actually?
Yeah, we're going to go for this.
You're going on an adventure.
We're going on an adventure to do so.
Okay, Icar Wellspring.
This is weird. This is probably greedy. I don't know if it's right. I don't have a lot of great options right now. Okay. Good to go to my turn still?
Yeah.
All right. Untap. Draw a removal spell for Scrap Trawler? Not quite. Okay. We're going to play an island. Look, I'm flooded. It's crazy. We're just going to attack for 1 again.
No blocks.
That's fine.
I will go to 15.
And then I will pass turn.
I will untap this and draw a card.
Yeah.
Well, that is a card.
I think we're kind of seeing here the problems with Matt not necessarily having as the right kinds of disruption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being down 2 cards on the mulligan obviously has some sort of impact, and only 1 cantrip isn't great, so typically the cantrips help you filter and find what you need in each matchup. So hopefully we'll draw one soon.
I'm going to play Ironworks.
You have an Ironworks.
I'm going to make a blue mana.
Okay.
I'm going to sacrifice the Seed of the Scion.
Yep.
To cast Icar Wellspring.
Okay. And here's where we can do the thing. So we will be casting a Spell Snare in response on the Wellspring.
Okay.
Trigger here.
Sure.
Now, while this doesn't stop him from getting advantage on it, because you can sacrifice more things to get it back, I think it does slow him down enough so that it's a functional line, because I don't have any other good
I'm
options.
going to sack this Clarion Academy for 2 mana to my...
You mean,
Suriname.
2 life, yeah?
Yes, 2 life, I'm sorry. And I'm going to play it for turn.
Yep.
I'll tap it again for 4 more.
Yep.
That's 5 mana.
I think Matt kind of played the sneaky devil by pretending that he was bouncing the Icar Wellspring so that he could draw a kill spell for the Scrap Trawler, but in reality...
That would have been optimal if we had a kill spell for the Scrap Trawler.
I'm going to sacrifice this for 2 colorless mana.
Yep.
I'm going to use this BB-8 to represent colorless mana,
Nice.
if that's cool with you guys.
Disney, please no sue.
I'm going to have my Scrap Trawler trigger charge turn my Icar Wellspring.
And here's where things get awkward.
I'm going to play this Icar Wellspring. Draw a card. I'm going to play this Lotus Petal. I'm going to sacrifice this. I'm going to sacrifice Icar Wellspring for mana.
Can you saw the... This is... You don't need to pay for it when you bring it back, right?
It goes to hand.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, my mistake. Okay, yeah.
And Ash did pay for it, replaying it.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm going to target my Expedition Map and I draw a card. Turn Expedition Map to my hand. So now we're exiting.
I got nothing, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to play this Moon Silver Key.
We be eggs and boys.
I'm going to... Actually, yeah. I'm going to spend a blue on this Expedition Map. And I'm just going to sacrifice it for mana to KCI. I'm going to sacrifice Moon Silver Key for its ability and return Expedition Map to my hand. Go and get a thing that does a thing.
I'm going to guess that since he's already used up his land drop for the turn, that he's probably not getting a basic land. He's probably getting a card with a mana ability.
I imagine it's Hilaria West.
Oh, that's another option. But
This can't get Clarion West.
Oh, it cannot?
It can get an artifact with
Okay.
an artifact with a mana.
This might be like Mox Hobo or something then.
Or a
Mind's
basic
Eye
land.
Diamond.
Yeah, I'm pretty much deciding between which one of those I want to get.
because you already got Crop Clan.
Yeah, I mean, both are good options.
Yeah, but my hand is pretty mid.
Are you telling me I had hope?
No, I'm saying that
Oh, no hope.
it's not necessarily what I'm saying. No. I'm going to get a Mox Opal.
Yep.
Basically, it turns every 1 mana artifact into extreme value.
Because we got that Scrap Trawler going.
Yeah, so now,
Yeah.
now I'm about to do something a little wacky that if no one's ever seen Scrap Trawler KCI, they're going to be very confused.
We'll just take it nice and slow for the people at home.
So I'm going to...
So the stuff below your lands are still in your hand,
Those are
right?
Yeah, these are in my hand. So I'm going to use 1 colorless mana... Or sorry, I'm going to declare that I want to cast this Expedition Map.
Yeah.
And as part of that, I'm going to pay the mana cost, I want to activate this Cart Clan Ironworks.
Yeah.
And to do that, I'm going to sacrifice both of. I'm going to activate this mana ability twice, sacrificing both my Scrap Trawler and my Cart Clan Ironworks. I'm going to have two Scrap Trawler triggers momentarily. So I'm going to. This has to go on the stack now.
Yep.
So I gain 3 mana. But I'm going to target Scrap Trawler with its own ability from the Ironworks, and target Ichor Wellspring with the Scrap Trawler's one. So these are both in my hand, and I have an Expedition map. I would like to spend 2 mana and a blue mana to cast this Fabricate.
Yep.
I know that all looked weird, chat, but we have 2 judges at this table, so I'm pretty sure that works.
And one on standby.
Oh yeah, no,
It works.
It's a fun one.
I'm gonna get a Mirror Retriever.
So like you sacrifice them at the same time,
And
they
then
see
this
themselves
should
being
put it all
sacrificed.
together, right?
No, I'm so down man when I do it. Oh wait, no.
Wait.
I'm down man when I do it.
You do have a
not
bit of
with an
mana
Expedition
left,
map.
but-
With an Expedition map, I don't think I'm down mana. So what I can do is I can play this Mox Opal.
Yep.
Play this Ichor Wellspring. Sacrifice Expedition map for mana.
You draw a card.
Would you like to draw a card?
I do want to draw a card from that.
I love drawing cards personally.
I also do. So I'm going to make a white mana with this Mox Opal. I'm going to sacrifice it for mana.
What are you sacrificing it for mana to?
I'm cheating. I didn't play
Outland.
I didn't play this KCI yet because I forgot I have to do my Mirror Retriever and let it die first. Oh wait, I messed up. And this is why I be eggs.
And then you need a way to
Eggs is
stack the
hard.
mirror.
I do.
Hey Ash, you have your Mox Opal untapped, but you still
Yes.
added it. Yes, okay.
I'm just gonna not make that white mana.
Okay.
All right,
Just
chat.
roll 0.
That's also
quick.
something you could do.
That is.
Do I get to live another day?
You might get to live another day.
Okay, all right.
You still have 3 mana
Let's do-
unused.
Oh, these are the best 3 mana. I'm gonna use all of them.
Yeah,
No, I'm talking to. I guess you both do.
My mana is better.
that's mathematically true.
Yeah.
How bad did I mess up? Pretty bad. So if I do that, I don't have enough mana for that, do I?
I saw you doing that, and I was kind of thinking to myself, surely this is not actually optimal, because surely you don't actually want your Croc Clan in the graveyard.
No,
But
in my mind, I still had a way to sacrifice this to get.
Yeah,
it.
I went to get the mirror. I was like, okay, there's a way to like get it back off the bat.
But I actually
I
don't.
didn't, which changes everything.
It really, really changes
Totally makes a
everything.
difference.
Huh. Okay, well, let's start with this. Let's just pay all this mana and play this Mystic Forge.
Yeah.
Mystic Forge, another great engine
So I can
card.
look at the top card of my deck, and if it's an artifact, I can play it. Or sorry, artifact
colorless,
or
yeah.
colorless non-land card.
Cast Eldrazi.
And then I can pay a life and tap it to exile the top card of my deck. So I'm going to play this Mishra's Bauble for free.
Value.
For free?
1 for 1.
I'm going to sack this Lotus Petal for it doesn't matter, and this also doesn't matter. So I'm going to play this Grim Monolith.
That's 2. Yeah. He's going, Chad.
I'm going
I
to
don't
play
think he's
this Gold
stopping.
Globe, so I'm going to draw this card.
Yep.
I have 1 mana
1
left.
floating it.
I'm going to play this Terrarion.
No mana.
Never punished.
No mana.
Where the land's at?
Never punished.
He already used his land drop, I think.
No, on top of the deck.
Oh.
It needs to be stopped.
I am going to exile the top card of my deck, which is this
There's
Mystic-
1 line,
this
okay.
Mana
Alright,
Confidence.
second land.
All right.
It'll take you to 16 life.
Yeah. Well, it was something. I'll pass.
That was something. Alright, I need to turn when I cast this Raven Bar.
Okay. So, I'm pretty sure I was supposed to have lethal there.
I thought I was very dead.
I would like to share. I'm going to present an excuse now,
Okay.
which was all week. I put out a poll to see what I was going to play today.
Yeah.
And all week, the top of the poll was 4-color Curry Nightmare. And this morning, I checked it, and eggs had overtaken it. So I had to frantically put it together this morning, and I have not gotten to play test it at all.
I will say I'm very glad that the poll turned out the way it did, because I don't think there's any world in which I'd be that
Oh, sure.
4-color deck
I mean,
with my
yeah.
new deck.
Right now, I think that like the best I can be playing is like a 4-color initiative pile.
Yeah.
You're at 16, right?
And Ash has
16.
found some.
I've done nothing this game. Crazy.
Ash has found some very cool ways to tie those initiative.
We're gonna
piles
play
together.
Ponder, Centura, weird here.
Sure.
We're gonna find the best interaction. Oh my god, I love this card so much. I don't. While this is like fun, I don't think this does it. There's a lot of spells though. But I'm pretty sure I'm very dead next turn. I would imagine so. He has like infinite mana and everything. So we're gonna decide that this does not do the job. We're gonna shuffle up and then top deck the best card of all time,
Yeah. Matt's in a position where
which might be expressive iteration here.
he either needs to present lethal this turn.
Lethal's
which
not happening yet.
It's
no.
not happening. He doesn't have the right.
If I had
creatures
some
on
more
board
prowess
for it.
guys on board, maybe.
Normally, the way that a deck like this gets lethal out of nowhere is a price of progress.
Too, yeah.
And price of progress currently does 0.
Negative
Maximum
4
0.
damage. Yeah.
The other thing I was going to say, he needs to present lethal this turn, or he needs to find some relevant form of disruption that can stop Ash.
Yeah, if I can find a way to stop KCI, I might be in the clear, or a way to like stop Scrap Trawler.
Shatterstorm isn't bad.
I don't have a Shatterstorm, but that would be pretty good here.
Brotherhood's End is maybe playable.
Yeah, that's actually not too bad.
I will say,
Not in the deck, but
pretty much all of Matt's
alright, you want to
relevant,
come into something good?
relevant disruption is made a little bit worse by the fact that Ash has multiple avenues of recursion.
Right, yeah.
Either on the field
I'm pretty
or in
sure
the
I'm
graveyard.
dead, but we'll find out.
The most notable one is
Force of
Force of
Negation.
Negation, 'cause
Yeah,
it
Chicken
exiles.
Exile.
Yeah.
There's the draw. We're going to go ahead and go to combat and attack for 5.
I will not block.
Okay, so I view at 11.
I am going to 11.
Works with me. And then I'm just going to play a Merchant Regent here, delving away my graveyard for 3 counters.
You got 2 cards?
2 cards in hand, they're really good.
Cool.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to untap all my stuff besides this Grid Monolith.
Does that deal damage to you? No, it does not.
I'm actually going to draw this card. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, not a good one. That's not good.
Let's just start by making a bunch of mana. I'll make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana.
That's a lot of mana.
I'm gonna spend 3 of it to cast this Rings of Bright Hearth.
That is a good one.
So whenever I activate an ability that's not a mana ability, I can pay 2 mana and copy it. For example, I'm going to exile the top card of my deck. I'm not going to copy it, but I could if I wanted to.
Good cards.
So I'm at 10.
10? Alright, I need 9 more of those. Or 10 more.
I go to 10 off that.
Yep. Sorry.
So I have 6 mana now.
If that Grin Monolith were, what was the other one?
Assault Monolith?
Assault Monolith, then you could produce infinite mana.
Yeah.
As it is, Grim Monolith's untapped ability is just 1 mana too many.
Okay, so I'm going to pay 3 mana for the Scrap Trawler.
This still is infinite, though. He just doesn't gain anything from it.
That's true, yes.
Does it?
Right,
it does.
yeah.
I think it does.
You're just twiddling your Grim Monolith over and over again,
Yes,
but
I
you
see.
do it infinitely.
Accomplishes nothing, but it's infinite. No one can dispute that.
I'm going to pay 2 mana for the Mirror Retriever.
Yep.
Wait, is that bad? Hold on, I'm not doing that.
No. No mirror.
That might not work. I need to think for a second. So,
This is definitely one of those awkward situations
It
where
is,
if I consider ways Ash can get out of this, I might accidentally end up
say something you shouldn't.
giving
I feel
him
like I'm the one who
ideas.
has to get out of this, but then again, I mean, this
So-
Merchant region does put on.
I'm going to
Theoretical
sacrifice this Terrarion
Yep.
with 2 blue mana to make 2 white mana and return this Lotus Petal to my hand and draw this card.
Oh, I'm feeling very dead here.
Okay, I can't play that. It's not an artifact.
Nice. Is it colorless?
No. I'm going to play this Lotus Petal. So I'm going to use both of the white mana I have so kindly generated myself and play this Kaleidostone, which will come in and draw me a card. Okay, I'm going to cast Fast Bond.
Aha.
I see.
I'm going to play this Tundra And then these 2 fetch lands. So I'm going to take 2 life.
Down to 8, okay.
Yes, down to 8. I'm going to sacrifice this Lotus Petal for a white mana. Then spend both my mana on this Thopter Foundry. I'm going to cast my dome. Does that work? Okay, let's just do it this way. What's on top? I know what's on top. It is a Sunbeam Spellbomb. So I need to...
I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking all this time that he had Crucible of Worlds still on the battlefield.
Yeah, that
It's
one's
in my graveyard.
which would have made this fast bond
really funny.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
even
fetch.
I mean, you would just be dead.
Yeah, because of the fast one makes you lose 1. Because of the Zern Orb though, which you could be sacrificing to replay the lands, he'd be just gaining life right back and some.
Yeah.
So then that would be
He could literally
dead.
gain infinite life with just those,
Dead.
with just Zern Orb, Crucible of
I'm gonna
Worlds,
fetch
Fast
down to
Bond, and
6.
any land.
Right, yeah. Which I cannot beat, so I would be dead.
Yeah. But also, but also just like, you know, one of those lands is Valerian Academy, so he doesn't have to do that all that often.
Okay, so I'm going to
But we don't live in that world.
play Mirror Retriever.
Mm-hmm.
I need stuff to sacrifice. That's what I need. That's what Ash needs, is stuff to sacrifice.
Stuff to sacrifice. You have so many things.
You have a lot of things, Ash.
I do, I suppose. So, I still don't think I'm winning this turn, which is the
Wait,
worst.
what?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
So I'm going to sacrifice this Mirror Retriever to make a Thopter.
Yeah.
It's over here.
I'm
Are you
sure.
sure-
I'm
are you
sure
sure?
that I've missed lethal several
I don't know,
times,
well,
but I'm really struggling.
We're like more or less out of mana, right?
And that,
So I'm returning Lotus Petal with Scrap Trawler's ability,
Mm-hmm.
and
and that gains you a life,
Crucible
right?
of Worlds
What's that?
with its own ability.
Yes, it gains 1.
It does
because
gain
it's
1.
7.
So Mirror Retriever's in my graveyard.
Mm-hmm. And we don't have mana to play the Crucible, right? That's the issue.
Yeah. So I can make a lot of dudes. Well, Eric, I can start by play Lotus Petal, sack it for it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna pay 1 to sack Ichor Wellspring to draw a card and bring this back and make another friend. And gain another life.
Up to 8.
I have an at 8 going to 9.
Yeah, because I gain 1 off the Mirror Retriever too.
I thought I already got that one. Did you get the second fetch?
I think I did both of his fetches at once.
Alright, we'll put him in. I don't think it matters.
There certainly is supposed to be lethal here. I'm just
Yeah. I don't think I can win the game from here. The Thopters kind of trump all this in that he has access to a lot of life gain, and I'm certainly dead next turn.
Oh, wait a minute. That might do it. No, I don't have mana for that. I don't have mana for anything. That's the problem. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to play this, and... What's this card? Card I don't want.
You can make a lot of Thopters.
Yeah, I can turn anything into a Thopter in a life.
Because you get back Lotus Petal each time because of Scrap Trawler.
Yes.
Right. But I just don't know...
The question is, what is worth sacrificing here? Because a lot of these things on the battlefield
Okay.
do things.
I'm going to do that again, but this time for I'm just instead of getting a Thopter to life, I'm just going to spend it to sacrifice the Spellbomb to draw a card.
Okay.
Still buying this back. So I'll play Scald Entire.
Losing 1 for fast one, right?
Yes. Losing 1 to fastball. I'm going to sacrifice this to pay a life, or sorry, to pay the mana to sacrifice this. I'm going to gain the Thopter, go up 1, back to 9.
Notably, Ash now has a Thopter for each of Matt's creatures on the battlefield.
Yes. No.
Sad.
I'm going to fetch the Scalding Tar.
We're going to 8.
We'll get this tiger. There's certainly lethal been missed multiple times. I'm confident of it. But I'm so sorry to Eggs pilots who are watching this.
I have not been paying attention. I just
No,
walked
Ash,
over.
you're giving them a puzzle to solve on their own.
You're right. You're right. You're right. That's exactly what I did. I gave them a puzzle for them to solve on their
It's
own.
no fun if you do all the work.
How would you have won the game the
Yeah.
turn Ash sacrifices Crocodile Ironworks and his scrap trawler at the same time?
Oh man, why you gotta say it like that?
I gotta identify
Don't
the
worry,
turn
Ash,
I'm
you're
talking
doing great.
about.
So I'm going to play this to sacrifice this one to get this back.
I think I found.
Did you sacrifice that to Thopter Foundry?
Yes.
Okay.
To Thopter Foundry.
He's at 9 again.
4 dudes, I'm at 9.
He's really on that life counter yo-yo.
Yeah. Plus one, minus
I'm gonna do
I
it
press send right.
again and go up.
He's generating a lot of work for me as the person on the life counter.
Oh, where are you sacking with this next one?
I think I've found infinite.
Oh.
I believe that it is there. I also believe that I am not fully sure where.
Yeah, the problem is everything Ash is doing right now is mana neutral.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't,
Yeah.
he wants to find a way to go up in mana.
Which is
Is there anything you get off Expedition Map?
no, I don't think so. Because I think I built my deck bad.
Are you missing a
There-
card?
There's
What?
not a Monamo,
Oh, that was the infinite.
which would
that I was-
untap my Tolarian
Yeah.
Academy.
That's what I was.
There 100% should be a Monamo,
Okay.
but there is not a Monamo.
Okay.
Intriguing.
We live in a society
We
where Ash does
really-
not have a Monamo in his deck.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, me and Nick look around the same. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah. That's okay.
I was thinking what I was saying. I don't know if I'm doing it.
Okay.
It's bad. Everything's bad. I feel bad. Don't worry, everyone. I guess, I mean, realistically, I'm just going to play this Codex Shredder.
He's gonna shred your codex.
I will target myself. No, this Verdant Catacombs. And then,
Couldn't actually see what that was.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to play this low spell and just assume that you can't kill me.
Yeah, it is hot.
Which I feel like I could have done that a while ago. I just thought I could.
Yeah, I mean, I should be very dead next turn.
We said that last turn.
All right, here's what I got.
I failed to go off twice. Now
Here it
that
is.
I'm
This is
warmed
the big
up.
turn.
Now that I'm warmed
We're
up.
gonna play our pal Young Peasy. And we're gonna cast
Peasmo.
the spell here, worth 1 whole point. Price of progress.
So I'm gonna respond.
Darn.
I'm just gonna sacrifice all of these.
Well, that's unfortunate.
No, I'm gonna gain 10,
He saw the
and
line.
I'm gonna lose 2.
All right, I'm gonna lose 6.
So I'm gonna go to
I'm gonna go to
17.
11. I'm getting a little elemental token, which is most definitely going to matter.
I love my academy.
Alright, I have Ash on
And
17, Matt on 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. All right, I did it, guys. I swung the life totals. Huge play. I'll pass.
It was funny because we were just talking about how Price of
I know.
Progress.
Yeah, the second it was off the ponder. I drew it. I was like, no. We just
Yeah.
talked about how bad
I'm gonna
this
make
turn is.
I saw
sizable
that.
amount of mana.
Yep.
Play Crucible of Worlds.
Yep.
So then, with Fast Bonds, Zernable Crucible of Worlds, I can play any of my lands in my graveyard infinite times.
And doing so
infinite
gets infinite life as well.
And infinite mana. Then I'm going to play Inventor Sphere and sacrifice it.
Yep.
So I have infinite mana of all the colors.
Typically, price progress is a nice thing for me to see because it gives me a very aggressive angle.
I'm gonna
Oh,
get-
is there an orb?
I'm going to get
How do you
Walking
throw it?
Ballista. I'm going to cast it for 8 trillion.
8 trillion.
X is 8 trillion.
That's pretty good.
Which means X is 8 trillion, which means I'm paying 16 trillion total.
Mm-hmm. And we're sure the mana value is not 1, right?
Correct.
Alright, well, I need you to calculate what your life total is if you've made 16 trillion mana.
No.
Yeah, like.
Okay,
Are we
so
even have them?
I,
very
I,
bad.
I learned an awful lot about how this life counter system works if you try to put in unreasonably large numbers.
Oh, it doesn't.
Does it explode?
It does not work well.
So I meant to put in like 99999 for Ash, and I've got it only shows the first 2 numbers, so I have 99
Okay,
for
sure.
Ash's
I
life
think
total.
that works, yeah.
Oh, the rest of it spills over off the display.
Yeah, it spills over off the screen, but But Matt, I was able to put in -8. I didn't go all the way to trillion. But,
Okay. I was down there,
But
though.
that did work.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Well, actually, you can't keep activating. They'd all be on the stack once I die. I'd actually only go to 0.
I'm pretty sure that.
This is a casual game, so we don't end the game right away just because you're dead.
I'm pretty sure.
State-based action still exists.
We
in
keep
casual
going.
games.
I'm pretty sure that if you did put that to -8 trillion, it would actually wrap around because I don't know if that fits in integer value.
Okay. Now I want to try it.
There is one plus for me losing this game, which is that I get to be on the play for game 3. Woohoo! That's a change of pace. Being on the draw is boring. While it does draw me more lands that I might need every now and then.
Okay, I did 8 trillion.
Doesn't
And
give
it's
me my
actually
turn
like,
1 goon.
it actually fits very reasonably. It
Oh,
is-
nice.
It
No,
is-
no, I mean like, does the number work? Like in the code, it's an integer, so it can't go past like 2 to the 16 or something. Probably more than that. Like the number of bits that the value is stored in. If it works, then it works. It would be some weird number. If
I was
it
able to
didn't
put
work.
in -8 and then 9 zeros,
And it worked.
and it worked.
Okay, then it might be
Lot of
like
zeros.
12 zeros that doesn't work.
Yeah,
Okay.
I won't try that, just in case.
We'll try it next round.
Makes sense.
We are
Play
trying.
with it later.
We are trying to get our game 3 off to a real start.
Alright.
Next time, if you're just dead, maybe we can just say you're dead.
Okay, I was very dead. Alright. Oh, this hand is flawless. Oh my god. There's still so many cards I can draw. Oh, and I have one of my favorite cards. Oh, this card is notably not very good in the matchup. I still love it, though, all the same. Actually, it can hit some things. I'm keeping.
I'm mulliganing. I can
Yeah.
cast all the cards in
Yeah.
my hand, but sometimes when you're playing a deck like this, casting all the cards in your hand is not good enough.
Yeah.
The things you can hit
Are very good. If I do hit them, it's like game over. There's one in particular where if it hits, it's like
I think we're at the
like
point
it's
where
probably like the most swingy like 2-card interaction in all of Magic.
I think we have very thoroughly told Ash what we're talking
I
about.
have no idea. What
I don't
you're
think you know.
talking
I
about.
think it's
Okay.
But like, Chad, do you think it's like the most like thoroughly swingy like 2-card interaction?
Yeah.
I mean,
in
it's
all
got
of
it's.
Magic?
I feel like it's got to be like force negation the Ironworks. Like that's
No.
what it
You're,
isn't.
I think you send him to
I'll
the
mention it
chat
after.
round if that
Yeah.
happens.
All right, I'm going to 5.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna play. Well, actually, we are not playing a game where one of us didn't go to 5.
Oh, always go to 5. It's the thing to do. All the best cards have mulligans to 5. So you just gotta like keep shuffling down until you get them.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is that how that
yeah.
is?
It is exactly how that works.
See, I try to build my decks in such a way where I don't have to mulligan a lot.
Yeah.
Well, you clearly never played
Yeah.
X.
I was
Shit,
playing
no.
the Pioneer Challenge yesterday, and I was playing as Lotus Field round 1. And I mulliganed to 3. And when I got to 3 is the first time I saw a forest. Up until then, I saw like a couple Nykthoses. I was playing mono green. I saw some Nykthoses, but that was it. So yeah, sometimes it just happens, and you just go to 4, you know. But Ash, 3s might be worried. I lost that game.
I should have kept the 7 where I could cast spells.
Just to be clear.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't most of your spells draw more cards?
Yeah, sometimes random cards aren't good enough. Like I've kept a lot of hands like that, and sometimes it just, especially in the face of someone who's trying to kill you by turn 5,
Yeah.
like it's not.
And to be fair, like you guys do have decks that mulligan a lot, but you also have decks that mulligan well.
Ash's deck better than mine. I can be pretty happy with 1 land and some cantrips, or 2 lands and like a cantrip. I don't need a lot of things to get me going.
Yeah.
As long as we have a land to cast a couple cantrips, we're pretty much good to go.
Yeah. You really just need
I gotta go to 4.
a creature and a dream.
Yeah. A creature in a dream, absolutely. That blister card
That's
weird
gonna be-
last game. He had a dream. His dream did not come true, but he at least had it.
Okay. I have
Alright,
4
you
cards.
wanna-
You want me to show my 4 cards?
Yeah, you can show it. It'll be
show
quicker.
You show your hand first.
Okay, all right. Here's the hand. All right, this. I mean, this hand's it's pretty nice. It's probably the best one. I don't remember the game 1 hand honestly, but this is pretty good.
This is the wrong time
It's hard to
for
go
me
wrong.
to
I don't think there's any order in which I can play these cards and then I probably lose this game. I think it's pretty much.
I mean,
there
it'll
is-
be quick then.
We'll see. We'll see.
There is
Am I
like
good?
Yeah, you're good.
There is an order where you have to play a couple of those.
Yeah,
cards.
like there's definitely a 1-2 punch that's like really, really good. Obviously,
I've seen better
Let's get
fours
rolling.
on a deck like this. But you know, what are you gonna do?
It does things.
Yeah. Okay, Matt,
all right,
go for it.
and we're off.
It's okay. I'm on the
He's
draw.
back, ready for more. It's Blister Coil weird. Go ahead.
Let's go.
And this time his dream is coming to fruition. He's
I'm
gonna
gonna play
win
this
one.
Arid Mesa,
Absolutely.
and I'm going to fetch this Arid Mesa.
Okay, all right. Then 19.
That was a lie. You can go.
No. Oh, Ash. I untap this. Stifle's online.
You're right.
You're
Big
really,
yikes. Big
If you
yikes.
stifle me on top of this, like whatever. You know what?
You're really sending your life total
Larry,
pal
is
for a loop here.
Sorry.
Okay, what I was trying to say is that you have to play that card and then.
Yeah, because I mean, this is the 1-2
can
punches.
play
It's
this
really,
card.
really good. Like, here's Obsession. Basically turns my 1-mana prowesser into more of a threat and card advantage.
Yeah, you got it.
This isn't actual prowess, though, so it's not going to trigger it. So it's just going to be 2 coming in.
I'll go to 18.
And then I will draw a card for my Curious Obsession.
Yeah.
And then I will pass the turn.
Very strong.
I will
sir.
draw a card. I'll play this Pluto Delta. I would like to fetch this Pluto Delta.
Yeah.
I
No
will-
staple here.
Okay.
17, 16?
Yeah.
All right.
Tyga and
This curious obsession onto any creature is not what Ash wants to see on a Molotov.
not exactly.
No, yeah, I mean, it just keeps the card advantage flowing and
Sorry, I'm not getting a Tiger off this
just
Arid
puts me
Mesa.
further and further ahead.
Getting a Plateau. If I can find my friend Plateau.
Yeah. And then you have pretty much every relevant color of mana that you'd want on an actual land.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you actually like playing any black mana?
No.
I don't think so, yeah.
There are times where you get it though,
Just for fun.
and it's notably distinct from colorless mana.
Yeah.
I'd like to cast my friend Icar Wellspring.
I will respawn here. I'm going to take 1 and go to 19.
Oh no.
And we're going to cast Ancestral Recall.
Wait, okay, that's a good start.
We're going to draw 3, and we're just playing this now just in case I have something I want to do with this Wellspring, but it is fine. It resolves.
Woohoo! You can go.
Alright, untap. Okay, back to 7. Love to see it draw.
Guys, things are not great.
Honestly,
honest.
that recall wasn't that great. A lot of like redundant things here, so I have pretty much 3 of like the same card. They're obviously all like birds. It's crazy.
What?
A lot of birds over here. So I have a few options here. We can try and find some cards with this. We can go to combat, find a card. I think I want to start things with combat though. There's no way damage is going to matter too much here in terms of getting extra prowess things before. So we're just going to go to attack for 2.
I will accept.
Put Ash down to 14, and then we're going to draw a card, and it's going to be an absolute heater. It was not a heater.
Get banned.
Okay. So still have a lot of options. I think I should be plenty safe just to get down this guy here and pass, or we can get down 2 creatures if we want. A lot of choices. Ash has 4 cards in hand. I don't think I'm losing it all next turn, so I'm down to just get 2 things down.
I hope I kill you next
I'm
turn.
down, I would be shocked. Actually, wait. If I put down these 2, this is like potentially lethal. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna take 1 at 18.
I already had you at 18 because you faked me out.
But I'm sorry. We're gonna play Balmor.
Balmor.
It's like team prowess.
Team prowess. Yeah, we're gonna play an island into a Niv Magus Elemental. This guy's really fun.
Okay.
And then we're gonna be passing. For those who don't know about Niv Magus, it is a 1-mana 1/2, and then it has the activated ability to exile an instant or sorcery spell you control, which is one on the stack, but 2 counters on it. So the most notable thing you can do with it is cast a spell. If your opponent counters it, you can exile it to get value out of it still. Or you can just cast cantrips and just buff it.
So goofy.
It's very goofy. But like that means that each cantrip theoretically is 2 counters, plus prowess trigger, plus another trigger. So like each cantrip right now is representing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage, which is pretty nice.
I'd like to reshape this. X is 1.
Chad. Would have been so good. Yeah.
So I draw out the Icar Wellspring first, then I resolve this reshape.
Now, I notably didn't hold this up because there's not a lot of things where it's like live in this matchup. But boy, would that have been good.
I'm gonna get a Soul Ring.
Yep.
I'm gonna shuffle this momentarily.
All good.
I'm gonna play this Sungrass Egg
Yep.
and the Zurin Orb.
Okay.
And then that is my turn.
All right, I am fairly happy with how this went. Even with the orb, he can go up to what? Back to 20. I think they can probably do 20. Let's see what happens. I need to draw a spell here, a cantrip, but we also have this already, so very doable. And that is a cantrip. Okay. So off the bat, we just mentioned that each spellcast is 6, so that's 18 plus a lot. Yeah, so that's gonna be lethal.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So exile each one. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to cast a peak and holding priority. We're going to cast a disrupt targeting my peak. I'm going to exile my disrupt to put 2 counters here. We have a bunch of triggers. And then we're just gonna go for lethal here, exile the peak as well. 2 more counters. And then we have 2 triggers here, 2 triggers here as well. We're going to play a Riverglide Pathway on, we'll put it on red. We already have 2 islands just in case. We're going to take 1, go to 17, and cast Reckless Impulse. We have our triggers, and we're going to exile it as well. Now we're going to go to combat.
Sure.
And we're going to be attacking for 7, 8, 9, 10. This here is 4, and then this is 3, 6, 7, 8.
For a total of...
What I did, so that's 8. That'd be 12, and this was 7,
10.
This is 10, so that's 22 coming in, which should be enough.
I would
even
like
through all
to
of his lands.
respond. I will sack my lands to go to 20.
Yep.
Go to blocks.
Yeah.
Go to
yeah.
damage.
I love damage. Trigger. Go on card.
Thanks for the
Yeah.
games.
The thing that me and Chad were talking about was the disrupt, and I think the probably the heaviest swing is disrupting a crop rotation. You lose your land and your card,
sure.
and then I also draw my card.
Yeah, that's a huge swing.
Which seems pretty good. It would have been really good there too on your
Wellspring?
yeah, when you sacked it.
Can't.
I put it in Magus, I could have disrupted.
Sure.
But no, I mean, like getting lethal down on board was obviously the play that worked out nicely for me.
Well, a little bit tragic that
And yeah, a little
was
sad
bit
it
of
ended in
non-game
a
better.
mulligan, but that hand was really nice for me. It was opening of 3 land, recall, double prowess guy.
I just had 2 land Icar Wellspring Aether Grid.
I mean, for a mold of 4, that's very solid. Especially if you can hold off for the Aether Grid.
Yeah,
so
but you
snipe
kind
down
of threw
some
stuff
prowess
at it so fast.
Yeah, this is a very fast hand.
The way I look at it, if you've got to mulligan to 4, you might as well do it against a really hot hand like what Matt presented there.
Yeah.
Valid. All right, well, I guess we'll see you guys in round 2, which will be Chad versus Nick.
I'm ready for it, yeah.
So, deuces.